Good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. Video DJ Dre back in the lab, and today I'm doing a tutorial on the BASN UHF Pro Voice wireless microphone system. Now, BASN contacted me a few weeks ago and asked me if I would like to review their new wireless microphone system. And of course I said yes, because that's what I do. I'm a DJ on YouTube. For all of you people that's been watching my channel, anybody new to my channel, I'm a DJ, I'm a producer, I do live sound, and I've been in this business for well over 30 years. So I have just a little bit of knowledge about some of the products that's out there and what's best for the situations that you might be in. Now, they contacted me, like I said, a couple weeks ago, asked me to review this product, the new wireless system, and of course, you know, me being a DJ, me being an entrepreneur, I said, yes, I would like to give my honest opinion about the product. And they gave me their website link. So I went to their website and I looked at the product and I seen the price of the product. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all what the price is. Of course, you can look up the price depending on what time you're viewing this video. Prices may differ, but I was very surprised at how budget friendly the price was for this microphone system. So immediately I said to myself, you know, this is probably a cheap product, you know, on the lower end, not really something that I would probably use for myself, but I will do a review on it. You know, I've done karaoke before. I'm not bigger than karaoke events. I have done my share of karaoke parties, and I've used the equipment that I've had, you know, and I pretty much looked at their product on their website, and I pretty much put it in a box, and I said, this is probably, you know, good for karaoke, good for events at your house, and things of that nature, you know. But nonetheless, you know, I definitely contacted them and said, yeah, definitely send it out to me. I'd love to do a review on it. So I got the product in the mail. And the first thing that surprised me was the weight of the box. You know, the box was kind of heavy. I was like, wow, this box actually got some weight in it, you know. I'm thinking it's a cheap product, you know, probably plasticky, you know, real lightweight. Not going to be that much, you know. You're not going to get a whole lot for it. But the box was kind of heavy. So at first I was like, okay, normally when you get something in the mail, if the box is heavy, you know, you got a little something. So I was like, well, what did they put some rocks in the box or something to weigh it down a little bit? I mean, what's in here? So surprisingly, when I opened it up, I noticed the packaging. And as you can see here, you know, came in a pretty nice package. And I have an overhead view here that you can see. The packaging was pretty nice. I was very impressed with the packaging, with the box. You know, I don't do a lot of unboxing. I normally get right to the point. I normally don't do all the unpackaging online. I just get right to the product and let you guys see what the product is about. Is it worth you getting? Is it worth you spending your hard-earned money on? So when I noticed the boxing and the packaging looked pretty good and it had some weight to it, I said, well, okay, now what's in here, man? Let me check this out, man. I got kind of excited to see what was in here. Now, I like to use my products in my reviews. So this is an unboxing, but I already took it out. I'm actually using it right here. This is one of the receivers that I'm using. And this is the base that you see over here. So it's already connected, but I am going to do a kind of semi unboxing just to let you see the packaging and what comes in it. And I was very impressed. I'm an Apple guy. I know a lot of people out there love the Apple products, the iPad, the watches, you know, the computers. If you're an Apple guy, you know Apple likes to put a lot of time and thought into their packaging. You know, their packaging is kind of sleek and unique, and when you get it, you know you really got something. Well, when I opened this up, I was quite surprised, definitely because of the price. I was quite surprised that the packaging was as nice as it was. It was nowhere near the price that it said it was. First of all, when I opened it up, I seen that, you know, it's got the nice foam protector, you know, to protect the product doing shipping. So very impressed with that. I pulled the phone back and I was like, wow, okay, this ain't bad here, man. This looks pretty good. It doesn't look like the product that I thought it was going to be. First glance, you got your instruction manual, which I went through briefly, and it was very easily understood, very easy to read. Instructions was clear. I was impressed right away with the instruction manual, man, and everything. It really impressed me. To say the less, it impressed me right off the top. So I was excited. I was like, okay, I got something here. So yeah, slid that to the side, and I said, okay, let me see what these microphones is talking about. So I grabbed one of them out, the packaging, and I was like, wow, okay, I like it. They took time to protect them. They're nicely packaged. And I pulled it out, and I noticed how heavy it was. Right off the top, I was like, man, this thing it's metal. It's not plastic like I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a cheap, lightweight plastic material. Now get this is a dual microphone system. Both of these come in the package, not just one microphone, but both of these microphones. So being that it was metal, I went back on the website and I said, maybe they sent me the wrong one. Maybe the one that I seen originally, the price that I was looking at, isn't this particular one. So I went back to the website and I was like, wow, it actually is. So then I was like, wow, okay, these other companies, man, are they getting over on us? Or are they, charging us too much money for these other products? Because we're conditioned to believe that we should get the best, the industry standards, and you just conditioned to think that way. So you go out and I'm one of those. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm one of those. I have a recording studio here, and I go out and I purchase the higher end products, the products with the name brands, and the products that you see other people using. They cost a lot more, so you think that that's what you should get to get the better sound, the better quality. But I don't know. You're listening to it now, so you guys tell me what you think. You're listening to it now. It's not a raw sound. I am running it through my mixer behind me, and it's going into my Rode Podcaster Pro over there before it's coming out to you guys. So it's not completely raw, but I was very impressed with the sound when I checked it out. Now, after unboxing this, let's get back into the unboxing. Let's see what it comes with, man. You got two of these. One here I'm talking on, the other one here in my hand. And it's all wireless. Not only is it wireless, it's wireless, and it comes with rechargeable batteries. Yes, now I done took out one of the rechargeable batteries and put them in this microphone here. I put the other rechargeable battery in the bass unit right here, and very impressed. So I'm gonna load this one up, put this microphone, put this battery in here. Now I suggest that you use the rechargeable batteries that it comes with. You probably could put a AA battery in here, but I would probably stick with just using that product for now. I haven't done any research on that, so I would stick with using those. I read the information, and the charge time they last about 5 hours, long enough to do any particular gig that you might be on. I'm definitely going to take it out here on the floor today, and I'm going to test it in my very next gig. I'm going to take them out there too and do a test as well. They automatically scan, you turn it on and it automatically scans. And another thing that I love about it, let me shoot to this overhead and see if you can see. Both of them are actually working. 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Both of them are actually working. This one right out the box, plug this in for the very first time. As you see, I didn't do any kind of scanning work. As soon as I plugged it in, it's on. Now I don't want to leave it on because we might be getting interference because they're too close to each other and it's two microphones. But as you can see, it is working. It is working when I go over here, and the original one that I have hooked up is working. So I'm gonna power this one off just so that we don't get that interference. But the build quality is excellent. It has some weight to it. You can actually knock somebody up beside the head with one of these, man. They really got some nice weight to it. I'm very impressed. And then inside the box here, you have this little device here, and I was like, what is this? You know, never seen. I've been in this business for 30 years and I've never seen this. So after reading the package, and I realized that this here is a piece of rubber that you actually slide on the microphone like so, and it comes with two of them, different colors. One is gray, one is black, and this prevents your microphone from sliding off the table. Wow, see that? You sit this microphone down on the table and you don't have to worry about it rolling off the table. Now, you all know, everybody out there, if you're a DJ and you're watching this video, you have had a microphone roll off of the table. Whether it was your DJ booth, whether you had handed it to a client and they was using it at a wedding reception and they sat it down, your microphone has rolled off the table. So I thought that was a pretty nice engineering idea, never seen before. And it will definitely protect your microphone. If you like me, I got a microphone back here. I'm going to show you. Once that microphone rolls off that table and it hits that ground, puts that little dent in this, man, that's the worst feeling in the world. If you're a person like me and you really care a lot about how your products look, once you get that dent in there, it's no way you can get that dent out and smooth it out back to its original form. Yeah, you can take the top off, unscrew it, and try to push it back with your hands, but let me tell you, it is not coming back to its original form. That's why I thought that was so impressive. Very, very impressive. This microphone system right out the box is already looking high quality, and I'm already impressed with the build quality, with the fact that it's metal. The base over here is also all metal. I mean, and has some weight to it as well. I'm very surprised at this product right here. Also in the packaging, you have see what they got here. Your wires. Oh yeah. Okay, these are all your wires that you can actually use to charge the microphones with. Here, let me show you on the side here. I'm thoroughly impressed, you guys, man. Now I'm not easily impressed. People that know me know that I am not easily impressed no matter what it is. You got to come out with something to impress me. Right here, let me show you on the side here. Let's go back. Right here on the side, let me cut that light on. Boom. On the side of the base, this is actually where you can actually charge your microphones up with. Wow, I like that. It has two outputs for charging there. And it also has a USB-C that you can charge the base up with. And it has a headphone jack that you can actually monitor with. Now, why would you need to monitor from this base? I'm not sure, but the fact that it has that on the side is also very impressive to me. That's also impressive. Back to the product. What else we got in here? Okay, we actually have we got a block to charge. We got a USB charging block. Yeah, you know, you get an iPhone these days and they won't even give you a charging block. They make you go out and buy this separately. So another reason why I was impressed, and it's not a cheap charging block. It's a nice, solid charging block. Very impressed with this product right out the box, man. I'm like, if it sounds as good as it looks, this is definitely a winner. Cause number one, it's all metal. You know, let me show you here. I have what we call back here, I have is what some would say is the industry standard. This is a Shure cordless microphone. that costs twice as much. This is a single unit, not the dual unit. I'm not even going to go into the pricing, but it's twice as much, and this is a dual unit. This Shure microphone system is plastic. The microphone is plastic, and the base is plastic. Looks similar to their base, but it's plastic. You know, you drop a plastic product enough times and it's going to crack and it's going to break on you. Some of the electronics inside may become damaged. The fact that this is a all metal unit, the microphones is metal, the bases is metal, very, very impressive to me. Now, one thing that I did notice about the product, on the other side here where you actually plug this into your mixer, go to your overhead, this particular part here where you plug into the mixer, you had to acquire an adapter. I'm not sure why they used that particular one. Maybe because they wanted to make it so that you can use a 1/4 jack or an XLR jack. But you would have to go out and purchase. What you see here is a male to male. Okay, this is a male to male XLR adapter. In order to plug this in and then plug it into your mixer using an XLR connection. Now, if you've been in this business long enough, you know an XLR connection is a lot better to use because you got that ground wire. And if you're hooking up if you're hooking up a band, or you're hooking up, you know, a lot of microphones, a lot of different equipment on the stage or performance wise, you definitely want to go with XLR connections because you're trying to get as much noise out of your system as possible. And that ground will eliminate the noise. So nothing wrong with using the 1/4 connection. You know, if it's just a wedding and you're just plugging this right into your connection, right into your mixer, and I can see why they probably chose this so they can just plug it right into your mixer. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I prefer the XLR connection. So you would have to go out and get this device right here. And I'm not sure why they didn't include this because they got everything else in here. You know, you would have to get one of these if you wanted to plug this directly into your mixer of choice using an XLR cable. Just wanted to state that. But other than that, man, they give you all the cables that you need to charge this thing up. I mean, I am thoroughly impressed with this product right out the box. Now, it comes with 5 different presets, sound presets, as far as EQing, where you can echo, you can put a little bit of reverb on it. I'm not too big into that. I'm not a real big fan of using presets outside of the ones on my mixer. I pretty much like to control everything from my mixer. My main concern is the quality of the sound, the reliability, the distance. How good is it? Does it drop out? That's my main concern with a product. So that's what I'm looking to show you guys out there to see if this product is worth you purchasing. Off the top, it's definitely worth the purchase. Off the top, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I'm thoroughly impressed with the quality of it. I'm impressed with the build of it. I'm impressed with the packaging of it. The only thing that I think they could have included in here, and they probably could have charged a little bit more money, included it, was a nice carrying case for this system, because it's a lot. You got 2 microphones, you got a bass, you got some wires. You can carry it around in the box, but if they had like a nice hard case to carry this around in, you know, that would set it off right there. Because the foam right here, you can actually continue to use this foam, and you can, you know, find you a case about the size of this and put this foam in here inside the case and carry it that way. And that's probably what I will end up doing. I will end up carrying it inside of this case that it comes in, take it out of the cardboard box, and try to find me a case similar to the side that I can put this foam in, because I'm really liking this system. I'm definitely taking it out to my next gig and testing it out. But before that, we're going to take it out here on the floor because I'm in my business, and we're going to take it out here on the floor and we're going to do a test, and we're going to see, you know, the range of these babies. We're going to see if it drops out any. We're going to see how the sound is on an actual PA system. But right now in the studio, I'm thoroughly impressed, man. This BASN UHF Pro Voice system, it has about 100-meter range on it. I'm impressed, man. There's other videos out that will get more in detail with the actual presets. Like I said earlier, I'm not big on the presets, man. I'm more about the quality of the sound, how reliable it is, how robust it is, and I'm already impressed off the top. I went on their website to check out some of their other products because I was so impressed with this one, and I noticed they had a lot of in-ear wireless sets and sets for DJs, headphones for DJs. So I definitely want to check some of them out myself. I'm gonna purchase some of them myself, and if they perform, or if the build quality is anything like this right here, I'm sure there'll be some excellent pieces as well to look into. So, hey, if I gotta judge this, man, on a scale of 1 to 5, now I haven't been out there on the floor yet, so I can't quite give it the highest grade, but right now, based on what you get, based on the pricing, you're already at a 4. Now, build quality, it's at a 4. Functionality, it's definitely at a 4. The bass is very easy. Let me peel this off. I haven't even peeled this off yet, man. You know, very nice, very clean. Now, once I go out there on the floor, if this thing performs well as it looks, just as well as it looks, if the range is good, if the sound quality is good, man, we'll be up to a 5 out of 5 in my opinion. Definitely something I think you DJs out there should look into. It's definitely not what I thought it was. It's definitely a professional, high quality piece of equipment that I see being able to use from years to come. So follow me out here on the floor, y'all. Let's see what we're working with. All right, I am out here on the floor in my shop doing this floor test for the BASN wireless microphone system, and so far so good. I have it hooked up to my mixer over here. That is the bass right there. Both microphones are on, sounding good. I used the included cable, the 1/4 cable, and I plugged it into the back of my mic input on my controller right here. And we're going to just walk around the shop for a second. Let me give you a quick view of the shop, the size of the shop, since we are not at a venue location. This is the size of the shop. And then we're going to even go next door over there and see the range of these microphones as well. So this could be kind of considered like a wedding venue or a small club, small bar where you might be doing some karaoke. Or even yet, you know, these things might be good for the stage. So let me step off here real quick and take a walk around the shop and see what these things is about, all right? And we're walking over here. First, let me show you the speaker that they're on. That's the PA speaker that I have it hooked up to next to the DJ booth. Excuse that camera right there, but this is the DJ booth I have set up in my shop. We sometimes have live DJs on Saturdays in here. So let me show you the distance and the range of these. We're going to walk over here to the counter, see if they drop out any. So far, so good. Now, I know this isn't too far. We might be about 30 feet away. But this is the other receiver, the other microphone right here. So let me set this one down, see if the other one is working. Oh. And as you can see how that's rolling off the table? That's why I think that was so creative and such a great engineering idea to put that piece of rubber there around the microphone. I'd never seen that before. Pick this one up and see if it works. Hey, it works. It sounds good. Sounds just like the other one. And let me show you where we're at right now. That's the DJ booth over there. And we're going to take a walk to the other side next door. See the range of these, see if they don't drop out. Now I do have a mic hooked up next to that speaker, so we are here if this signal actually drops out. Now I'm gonna go over here to the other side. I have a barber shop over here. We're closed today on Monday. So I'm gonna walk all the way to the back. Now I can't really hear the speaker myself. It's kind of phased out, but I do have a microphone hooked up next to the speaker. I'm to the back of this shop over here, and I do kind of still hear it. I don't hear any dropouts. Don't see any dropouts. Don't hear any dropouts. Let me grab the other mic out of my pocket. Mic check 1, 2. Now I have both microphones in my hand right now. Both microphones pretty close to each other. Yeah, I'm multitasking. I'm holding the camera and I'm holding 2 microphones. So I'm multitasking, but I don't hear any dropouts. They're sounding pretty good from what I can hear over here. I have a microphone on those speakers, so I really know. Let me go up here and shut this door and see if they drop out then. All right, the door is closed, and I'm gonna step to the back of this shop once again. I don't believe it's dropping out. Let me grab the other one. Mic check 1, 2. This is the other receiver. I don't believe either one of these are dropping out. So let me go back on to the other side real quick. I am thoroughly impressed with this system. This is the BASN Wireless UHF Pro Voice microphone system, and I'm thoroughly impressed with the actual hands-on in the field. Now I know this isn't a venue, but it's about as close as you're gonna get. It is a business location, and it does have a nice amount of space and distance in here, and they did an excellent job. So I can't wait to actually take these out to my next actual venue, my next party, and really put them to another test. And I'll let you see how they go too as well. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. Once again, Video DJ Dre, and I will see you in the next video.